We have officially entered the business end of the season, where every game is a must win, where it is do or die. And I don't think across Europe there is any title race that is as heated as what we are seeing in La Liga, where we got three teams battling out to become the champions of their country. You got Barcelona, who are top. Real Madrid are sitting second, and Atleti are third. Now, I figured that it would be fun to do a combined 11 between the two favorites in this La Liga title race, and that is Barcelona and Real Madrid, right? We're both tied on points. Atleti are right behind us. And the reason that I don't even want to focus or include Atleti in this video is because I don't necessarily view them as a title threat, right? I know that they're a dangerous team, but I just don't really see them winning La Liga. I don't think any team that has Antoine Griezmann in it will get the job done, right? These guys won the league when Griezmann went to Barcelona. That guy is cursed. So we're going to do a Barca and Real Madrid combined 11. But before we get into it, I need you guys to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, and let me know what you're saying. Let's get it. Before we start filling out this team, I do want to give a quick disclaimer. This is going to be based off what we have seen so far this season, right? We're not going to factor in previous seasons and what players have done in the past. This is going to be based off of the 24-25 season. Now, I have picked the 4-2-3-1 because both teams run that formation, and we're also going to be including the manager. We're going to pick which manager has been better this season as well. So let's just get things started, right? And since I just talked about including the managers, I think we'll start there. Now, the manager between Real Madrid and Barca that has been the best, I think we all know who it is. And that is Hansi Flick, right? I mean, we just got to be very honest here. This guy has come to Barcelona last summer, and he has made them arguably the best team on the planet. They are cooking. Hansi Flick has worked miracles at Barca because what we saw last season with Xavi, I didn't think that Barcelona were going to look this good with Hansi Flick, just to be very honest. Now, I know that Hansi Flick was one of the best managers available, right? And I know last season with Barcelona and the whole Xavi situation, it was super weird because Xavi, he wanted to leave, and then Barca's board basically begged him to stay, and then they ended up sacking him anyways, which I think was the right decision because they were starting to spiral downwards with Xavi. And then Hansi Flick was one of the best managers available. They went out there and got him. And I think he's impressed every single person that's actually been paying attention to world football because we all know Hansi Flick, his resume, what he did at Bayern Munchen, he was really good there, won a whole lot of trophies, ends up leaving, right? I think he managed the German national team, if I'm not mistaken. Then he leaves that. He was available. Barcelona, they go and bring him in. And when Barcelona signed Hansi Flick, I said that that was a great signing because Hansi Flick, a manager like him, you bring to your club when you are trying to win now. You don't bring a Hansi Flick in if you're trying to do a whole rebuild. So them bringing in Hansi Flick, it did show a lot of intent from Barcelona. And I think so far, he's been successful. I mean, every single time they've played us this season, they've absolutely violated us, right? They beat us 4-0 at the Bernabeu. They beat us 5-2 in the Spanish Super Cup. Even in preseason, before we got to the regular season, they beat us in America, right? They absolutely cooked us every single time. So I think Hansi Flick has been better than Carlo Ancelotti this season, right? Carlo, to me, this season, he's been found out. Carlo has been absolutely shit. And it's gotten to the point where I am Carlo out. I started this season defending Carlo when the results weren't going the right way, when we were playing shaky. And then we lost to AC Milan in the Champions League, and something just snapped. And I've started to see that Carlo has no tactics. Carlo has no style of play. All that he has is eyebrow aura, and he relies on the power of friendship and individual brilliance to get us through a lot of these games. So, yeah, I think just based off this, look, Carlo is a great manager, absolute legend at the club, and I do respect everything that he's done for us. But I think Carlo is no longer fit to be our manager. Hansi Flick, the style of play that Barcelona have, the free-flowing football, the system that they have implemented, right? On top of that, how many times do we see Hansi Flick make changes when things are going wrong? I've seen him make subs at halftime when a player is not out there playing well, whereas my manager isn't even making a sub until like the 80th minute. So that's been something that's annoyed the hell out of me this season, and I would have to say that Hansi Flick so far has been clear of Carlo Ancelotti. Now, let's get into the goalkeeping position where the options are Fezny and Thibaut Courtois, right? I know Inaki Pena was their goalkeeper early in the season. He's been dropped, right? Ter Stegen has been injured. But I think we can all agree here that the goalkeeper for this team should be Thibaut Courtois, right? Thibaut Courtois, in my opinion, he is the best goalkeeper in the world. He has been maybe our most important player this season. And I don't think that Szczęsny is anywhere near his level, even though Szczęsny has been doing a good job for Barca, but Thibaut Courtois is just phenomenal. This guy is the reason that we are even in the La Liga title race, because there's about 4 or 5 games that we could have lost in the league if it was not for him making big save after big save after big save. To be honest, at the start of the season, Thibaut Courtois was the only player that was on smoke. Even since the preseason, Thibaut Courtois was on great form. So, yeah, I think when it comes to the goalkeepers, look, it's not really a debate here, right? Now, at right back, I would have to say Danny Carvajal has been injured, right? Lucas Vasquez, he cannot get into any combined 11. So I think that you have to go Jules Koundé, right? I actually think that Koundé, even though this guy is a fashion model, right? I see this guy have some of these weird outfits on, right? His fits are usually super crazy, and I do make fun of him a lot, but he has been having a good season, right? He has been very good in this Hansi Flick system. And if Danny Carvajal was fit, if Danny Carvajal was still available, then obviously he would be here. But seeing that our best right back option is Valverde, who I'm not going to be shameless and put at right back for this, I think it is Jules Koundé, right? Just to be very fair. Now, to go to the center back options, I think, look, at right center back, I'm going to go Asensio. I think Raul Asensio has been phenomenal. And we've had a lot of injuries this season. And I was super annoyed with the fact that we didn't sign any defenders. In January, I was mad that we didn't get any defenders in the summer window. But Asensio has been phenomenal. Like, through us having all these injuries, we have discovered an absolute gem from our academy. Asensio has been our best defender this season. This guy is the Sergio Ramos regen. He has saved our season because after Militao tore his ACL, if Asensio was not at the level that he is right now, I don't think that we'd still be in this title race. He has been phenomenal. Ball playing center back, good in the air, good in 1v1 situations. He wins a lot of his tackles, right? I mean, like, this guy just looks like he's headed straight to the top. And I can't even imagine a starting 11 where Asensio is fit and he's not included. Like, he's forced his way into the 11. He's forced his way into that Spain national team. Asensio has been phenomenal. I think this guy will be a top player. I think that he's been better than Inigo Martinez, right? Ronald Arroyo. This guy hasn't really been available like that this season. When he's been fit, he's been coming off the bench, right? He's not even a starter for Barca at the moment. But yeah, I think Asensio, right center back. Now, at left center back, We could go with Rudiger. Maybe you could say Pau Cubarsí, right? And I know that people are going to get in the comment section and have their opinions, but to be very objective, I think that you have to go Cubarsí, right? Cubarsí has had a very good season so far for Barcelona. And I rate Rudiger. I would have loved to put Rudiger in this 11, but it's not last season, right? Rudiger, he's fallen off a cliff in terms of his performances, right? He's still been good for us, but he's not that same defender that we saw last season where he was an absolute monster, right? Rudiger's levels have dropped kind of. And yeah, I think that Cubarsí deserves to be in this back line. So yeah, Asensio and Cubarsí is my center back pairing. Now, at left back, this is where we got to talk. Because we have Ferland Mendy. You also got Fran Garcia. And then for Barca, we're looking at Alejandro Balde. And I think that's the option that we have to go with. I think, look, Alejandro Balde, very good player. I think that he's been good this season, right? Ferland Mendy has been super mid. Defensively, he's been okay. But overall, right, again, another player in our back line that has not been able to replicate what they did last season. Fran Garcia has been better than Ferland Mendy. But I don't think Fran Garcia is better than Alejandro Balde. So this is why we have to go with him at left back, right? Fran Garcia has been very good going forward, right? He's arguably the best crosser of the ball that we have at Real Madrid. But I just don't think that he's had a better season than Alejandro Balde, right? So Alejandro Balde, for me, goes forward, really good. Defensively, has been solid. So here's the back line so far. Now we get to the double pivot. And I think the first player that we're going to have to throw in there is Valverde. Fede Valverde has been phenomenal. This guy is an absolute baller, one of the best midfielders, one of the best players, period, in the world. This guy can play in midfield. This guy can play at right wing. This guy can play at right back. He can score screamers. He can score free kicks. He can get assists. This guy, Valverde, is one of the most complete players in world football. And any combined 11 concerning Real Madrid and any team, you got to add Valverde in there. This guy is damn near the heart and soul of our team. What a fantastic player. In my opinion, Valverde is the captain. This guy is so integral to this team. There's nothing that he cannot do. Valverde is in that pivot. Now, next to him, I think that we'll go Pedri, right? Look, Pedri has been great this season, right? For as much as we debate on live shows and watch-alongs about Jude versus Pedri, look, they're both phenomenal players. Pedri is an absolute baller, right? Deep line playmaker. He's, in my opinion, and I've said this multiple times, you all know that I want a Toni Kroos replacement. Pedri is the one-for-one ideal player that you would bring in when a Toni Kroos leaves. But it's never going to happen, right? He's at Barcelona, so there's no point in even really talking about it. But Pedri has been very good for Barca. Like, that midfield does not function as well without Pedri being in there, right? Like, the balls that he's playing for his attackers, right? The way that he brings a calmness to that midfield, he's been balling out. Some of the other options, right, that could have been in this pivot, Tchouaméni, Camavinga, right, Luka Modric, Barcelona had Frankie de Jong, Marc Casado, but none of these guys, I think, can justify going in over of Valverde and Pedri. Now, in the 10, you got Gavi, Megan Rapinoe, maybe Feminine Lopez, but I'm going for Jude Bellingham. Put respect on Jude's name. One of the best midfielders in the world. Him and Valverde, the two most complete midfielders. I could play these guys anywhere in that midfield, and they will drop a 8 out of 10 performance, most games minimum. Jude Bellingham is an absolute baller. I don't think anybody's going to argue with him being in the 10. Danny Olmo is not better than Jude. He's not having a better season. Gavi, Feminine Lopez, none of these guys are chatting to Jude. He has been very good for us this season. And I know that the GA has not been as high as what we saw last season, but that's to be expected. Last season, he was playing as more of a shadow striker, crashing the box. We didn't have anybody in front of him. Now we got Mbappe in the team, so Jude's role is a little bit different. But I don't understand the disrespect that he gets. Like, since when do we judge a midfielder strictly on GA? This guy's overall game is fantastic. How many times do we see Jude track all the way back, help defend, and then also be involved in the buildup for a goal? All in the same possession, basically. The guy's work rate is phenomenal. On the ball, he's very good. It looks unorthodox because of how big he is. So people say that he's not good on the ball. But if you watch him week in, week out, Jude is the complete midfielder. So this is how my midfield three looks, okay? Now, we got to go to that right wing. The only options here is Lamine Yamal or Rodrigo. Now, you guys know Rodrigo is my favorite player, right? The best Bengali player that we know. Mr. Champions League. And he is having a decent season so far, right? He had a nice purple patch. He's kind of cooled off a little bit before the international break. But I think Rodrigo has been very good. Now, I got to be honest here. Lamine Yamal gets in. Lamine Yamal has been fantastic, right? I mean, like, this guy has been absolutely cooking on that right wing in the Champions League. He's been cooking in La Liga. He's also doing it for Spain as well. This guy is a baller, 17 years old. And he is one of the most complete wingers in world football right now. Like, Lamine Yamal is a top 5 winger in the world at 17 years old. Like, Barcelona's academy have discovered another gem. And I just don't really think I can justify Rodrigo being there, considering that we all know Rodrigo is better on the left. Lamine Yamal is actually a right winger, right? Like, this is his legit position. Like, this is where he actually plays and thrives. Rodrigo thrives on the right wing as well, but I don't think that he's having as good of a season as Yamal is, right? If you look at Yamal's playmaking, if you look at how he just terrorizes the left side of most defenses week in, week out, it's actually crazy, bro. And I think that he is having a very good season. He is in that Ballon d'Or conversation. And if Barcelona go on to win the UCL, it's a possibility that he might be lifting that Ballon d'Or at such a young age, bro. It's crazy. Like, when I think about people at that age that have played that well, like, since Neymar, it's only been 2 players that I think have been at such a high level. Mbappe when he was at Monaco, and Lamine Yamal at Barca. Like, some people might not like that, but we got to be real here, chat. Now, on the left, this is where we got a Brazilian battle going on, right? Because there's Vinicius and then now Raphinha. And as I said earlier, we got to go based off of this season, and it has to be Raphinha. Raphinha is playing the best football of his life. This guy, Hansi Flick, has completely changed his life. I remember in the summer, Barcelona wanted to sell Raphinha for a pack of sour Skittles and a watermelon Arizona. This guy was about to be forced out of that club. But Hansi Flick saw something in him, kept him, and now Raphinha, in my opinion, is the #1 favorite for the Ballon d'Or. I think if Barca win the UCL, right, if they win La Liga, I don't see how Raphinha does not win it unless he starts to play very bad. But this guy has been balling on that left wing. Champions League, cooking. La Liga, scoring every week, getting assists. He's also been playing pretty well for Brazil. And you guys know, I was trolling Raphinha. I was calling him a fake Brazilian. I said that this guy is from Bolivia. I was saying that his passport needs to be confiscated. But this season, he has been playing like a man possessed. Now, do I think that Raphinha is better than Vinicius? No. But is Raphinha having a better season than Vinicius? Yes. Vinicius, ever since he missed out on that Ballon d'Or, I don't know what the hell's happened to him. He said that he was going to give us 10 times more. He's giving me 20 times less. I've been super disappointed with Vinny. Now, yes, Vinicius, in my opinion, is a better player. But based off this season, Raphinha has been clear. Who said that I'm not objective? Who said that I'm super biased? Right? But now look, Raphinha's been going crazy. Huge reason why Barcelona are looking so dangerous so far this season. Now, in the 9, this is between Lewandowski and Mbappe. Lewandowski, I think, is the top goal scorer right now. But Mbappe is not that far behind. And I don't think Lewandowski's been that good for the last few months. I actually think that Lewandowski is cooked. I think Lewandowski is washed. It's time for him to start learning Arabic because Al Hilal is calling his name. Give me Mbappe in the 9, the best striker in the world right now. Mbappe has been cooking the second half of the season. Now, if I would have done this combined 11 in October, November, oh yeah, Lewandowski would have gotten in because Mbappe was shit to start off this season. But now, look at how Mbappe's been playing so far. He's been phenomenal, right? Lewandowski, this guy can't even chase a through ball, okay? This guy is dropping a stinker every single week, but he's scoring a tap-in, so it masks his bad performances. Mbappe has found his form. Mbappe's been on fire lately. And to be honest, if Real Madrid win the UCL, I think that Mbappe will win the Ballon d'Or. Like, he has been our best attacking player this season. He's been clinical for us, scoring a hat-trick against Man City, scoring in other games as well. Even when we lost 5-2 to Barca, Mbappe was like the only player in terms of the outfield, because Courtois had a good game as well in terms of some saves. But Mbappe was like the only player in the outfield that was trying to make things happen. So this is my Real Madrid Barcelona combined 11 based off the season so far. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is there anything that you disagree with? Let's argue. Also, get in the Discord. The link is pinned down below. Click it. It takes 2 seconds. Over 180 people are in there, and there's places for everybody, right? We got Real Madrid chat room. Barca fans got a chat room. EPL chats. There's even American sports in there. But here is my combined 11 based off the season so far. So let's just recap. We are out there in the 4-2-3-1. Thibaut Courtois is in goal. Koundé at right back. Asensio and Cubarsí as the center backs, right? You got Alejandro Balde at left back. Double pivot. Valverde, Pedri. In the 10, Jude. Lamine Yamal on the right. Raphinha on the left, and Mbappe up top in the 9. So, again, chat, let's talk about it because I know a lot of you guys got your own opinions as well. Big up to you guys. Smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss anytime I drop a new video or I go live.